What is up, everyone? I hope you're doing good, and I want to welcome you to this short training on how this little known business model is making me $9,700 per month by exploiting off of a $400 billion company. Yes, it is true, and here's proof. As you can see, this is proof that what I'm about to show you actually works. So in this short training, I'm going to be explaining this little known business model that is silently creating millionaires in 2024 and beyond. And more importantly, I'll show you exactly how you can get a piece of that pie as well. So first off, why should you listen to me? My name is Daniel Wang, and I am the founder of Accelerator. And I've essentially made an entire living for both myself as well as my students by just taking a tiny piece of the massive payouts that YouTube hands over to creators every single day. The size of the pie is billions of dollars, and there are so few people who are posting in comparison of those who are watching, in comparison to how many viewers there actually are. So I don't really view helping anyone as creating competition. And truth be told, I'm going to be sharing a lot of secrets within this video that has been gatekept from the general public. Just because everyone that does know this stuff right now is sitting tight on their little gold mines and reaping all the rewards for themselves. So why is this such a big opportunity, and why is this something that you should look into? Odds are you're on this page because you're trying to make your first $100 to $500 profit day online, you're diving into online business for the first time, or you're looking for a way to make a disposable income from the comfort of your own home. If that does sound like you, let me explain the two very simple reasons why Evergreen YouTube Automation should be the only thing you should be pursuing in 2024 and beyond. Number one, this is not some wishy-washy online business scheme. This is your opportunity to cash in on a $400 billion opportunity and take a piece of the massive distributions that they hand out to creators every single day. Number two, this is something that barely anyone knows even exists. For maybe the first time in your life, you are exceptionally early to a massive opportunity, and who knows when you would have this type of opportunity handed over to you on a silver platter again. And yes, this business model checks all of the boxes. Let me just answer the doubts that you probably have right off the bat. Will this be sustainable? As long as YouTube is around, this will exist. Will this work for me? Well, if you have the info that I'm about to share with you, the odds of success are very high. Can I hit my income goals with this? Well, would you be happy with these payouts? Can I work from anywhere on my own time? Absolutely. Can this be passive? I mean, yeah, you just post one video and get paid for years down the line. And last of all, is this saturated? Literally no one knows how to do this correctly. The honest truth is that the majority of those business models that are being pitched to you, most of them just turn into a second job. And I know you do not want two jobs. When I wake up every morning and I check how much I made the night before, I then touch base with my team to make sure that our upcoming projects are running smoothly, and then spend most of my day enjoying the income that's coming in from the best digital real estate every single day, I feel like someone who unlocked the infinite money glitch. But no, seriously, I feel like a real business owner that has real freedom. And I know you want the same thing because you're on this page. But before I keep moving on, let me be honest about my true intentions here. I feel almost obligated to pass on the torch onto some of you, because I personally came across this business model from someone who mentored me. It changed my life at such a young age, allowed me to make over 6 figures last year, buy my dream car, and so much more. So in short, it personally changed my life, and my hope for this video is that I can hopefully change a life or two as well. So with that being said, let's get straight to the point. When I throw out a number like 400 billion, what exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about one of the biggest companies on earth, YouTube. And very few people understand that YouTube needs to pay creators like me and you a full-time income in order to stay in business. Why? Because YouTube is essentially a marketplace for content. And the entire business model of YouTube is supplying viewers with good content, monetizing this content with paid advertising, which is the demand. And as you can see over here, the content, which is the supply, is equivalent to the eyeballs, which we demand. But with that being said, nobody that works at YouTube is actually creating the content. They're just brokering the advertising placements on the most popular videos. So think about it this way. Every video is a highway that people are traveling down, watching, and every ad is a billboard that the business is paying to advertise on. Does that make sense? Now, without good YouTube videos, there will be nowhere for businesses to place their ads on. And then YouTube would go out of business. So here's what this actually looks like. Grammarly is a company placing the ad, and this video has 9.6 million views. That means Grammarly or other businesses have paid 9.6 million ad impressions on this video alone. And that means little soul got paid. There are tens of millions of dollars being spent on advertising on YouTube every single day. And as you can see, in 2023, YouTube's global advertising revenue was over $30 billion. And guess what? Over half of that money gets paid out to creators like me and you. And as you can see from this graph, creators receive 55% of the ad revenue created. And just for the record, you don't need 9.6 million views just to get paid. All of these normal people like you and I can be making bank doing this on a much smaller scale. scale. As you can see, Paul doing over $50 per day consistently on his channel, Marquez hitting €200 days on one of his channels, and Christopher making over $400 a day off of the ad revenue alone. So in this scenario, who really holds the power in YouTube's business? It's not Grammarly or the other advertisers. It's Little Soul, aka the channel owner. Because without the creators, YouTube has no videos to sell the advertisements on. And without quality creators, YouTube would not have a business. They have to incentivize creators to keep posting quality content in order to stay in business. And these videos are literally some of the most valuable digital pieces of real estate that exists. For most people today, becoming a real estate investor may be a little bit out of touch, but every single one of my students has a portfolio of digital real estate that cash flows every month, that doesn't require any maintenance or headaches, and that they had other people create for basically nothing. YouTube has to pay creators handsomely because creators are the lifeblood of their business. And guess what? Evergreen YouTube Automation is literally a rigged game in your favor. Think about it like this. In the YouTube world, 99% of people actually consume and only 1% of people create. So what does that exactly mean? It means that there's a massive imbalance when it comes to supply versus demand. So this scale right over here actually more looks like this, which again just means that there's a massive opportunity for you to exploit. And the 1% of people who create gets paid exponentially higher than, let's say, if the split was 50-50. So in order to keep the content machine running, YouTube is paying out roughly $15 billion to creators. And people are still too scared to post. And out of all the people who do end up posting, maybe only 1% of them know how to actually create viral content by weaponizing the YouTube algorithm. So the people who understand how to make content go viral literally found a money glitch to exploit. And so few people post because they don't know how to post, they don't understand the YouTube algorithm and essentially how to rig it in their favor to have consistently videos go viral. They don't know that you could even post without showing your face online, and they don't understand that they can outsource 95% of the creative work and just sit back and let the content machine work for them. And today I'm going to be showing you how you can exploit this just like myself and many of my students have as well. And no, this doesn't mean you have to plaster your face everywhere and try to become a celebrity, spend years building a following, and spend thousands of dollars on equipment. You don't have to do any of that. Instead, you just have to follow the 3-step framework that I'm about to show you. So without any more hesitation, let's get right into this 3-step process that you are going to use to hit $5,000 per month or more with your YouTube channels while outsourcing 95% of the work in the next 90 days. So step number 1 is to find a money printing niche for your first test of videos. So yes, just like any other business model, finding the right niche is crucial for your business. And one benefit about YouTube automation is that you have the luxury to choose any niche that you wish. It could be anything that you genuinely enjoy, and ideally, you should choose a niche that you enjoy and ideally has a large following. Some of my favorites include traveling, social media, finances, and my personal favorite is education. Here are some examples of faceless videos within those niches. You have to remember though, not all niches were created equally. So what makes a money printing niche? You want to be targeting niches with a higher spending power or more videos that wealthy people would be watching. This would be education, luxury, travel, personal finances, etc. And typically the people watching these types of videos, as opposed to things like video game walkthroughs or cartoon episodes, are a bit more sophisticated and have the money to spend on products or services. Because at the end of the day, those are the type of people that advertisers are trying to reach out to. So they bid on the advertising slots for those videos more than some of the other videos. And when you have a video that a lot of advertisers are trying to bid on, you would get paid more. So your key metric here is RPM, which is how much you earn or the channel owner earns for every 1,000 views. So here's some RPM math example. As you can see, if you get paid $10 per 1,000 ad views, and you multiply that by, let's say your channel gets 50,000 views every single day, then you would make $500 per day on repeat. Let me just show you some examples that are crushing it. And as you can see, this video on the left has made nearly $2,000 and it has $26 RPM, even though it only did 76,000 views. And this video on the right, it did nearly $1,000 as well, even though it only got 69,000 views. But guess what? Even with the people who are already doing well within these niches, there are still a lot of things that they can improve on. Let me show you an example. Look at this channel as an example. Guide Realm. It has nearly 18 million views in the last 30 days. So the channel is doing 20 million views every single month, which is allowing the owner to make anywhere between $40,000 to $80,000 per month off of YouTube ad revenue alone. But even then, they are still not doing everything correctly. If you look at this video right over here, this video packaging isn't giving viewers a high enough urgency to click on. And there's no terms like new or best that are making the viewers want to watch. As you can see, this video is a much better example with a lot better of a packaging. And thus, it got a lot better views as well. This channel is also asking the viewers to subscribe at the beginning of the video, which would typically lose their retention, and they should probably be doing that at the end of the video. So if I had to guess, implementing those techniques should increase his views by at least 15 to 20%, which would result in an extra $6,000 to $12,000 every single month with those changes alone, which is insane to think about. But it just goes to show how much opportunity there actually is within this space. And one point I do want to make clear is that the purpose of auditing other channels that are already doing well and then just improving on that is what I like to call risk mitigation. Because you don't want to try and reinvent the wheel and do something that no one else has ever done before. Because you could be just starting a niche that is nearly impossible to crack. And because you're so early on this opportunity, you get the luxury of just being able to do what's already working well and improving on that. Take something that is running at 70% and just make improvements to get it to 85%. Like I just showed you. So here's the whole process for step number 1. You choose your niche, you find some videos that are already working within that niche, and you find what you can do to improve on those existing videos. So once you've chosen your money printing niche that you want to post in and found some videos that are already proven to work, it is time to now start creating your own videos. And initially, it is okay to learn how to do it yourself, but eventually you do want to run this like a business and have other people doing it for you. Which brings us to step number 2, using contractor arbitrage to produce your videos in record time and minimal risk. This is where the business really gets fun. I'll be honest, if I was producing these videos myself, I probably wouldn't have stuck with this for so long. But when you get to arbitrage from the best talent all across the world and just manage the business while they create the videos, it gets pretty fun. Eventually, your main job would just be the creative director of the channels or the videos, and then you just hand those instructions to a team of skilled freelancers to do all the work for you and have them take you to the finish line. First question, how do I find the freelancers? You can do this by going onto freelancer platforms like Upwork or Fiverr, creating an account, and then just creating a job post for people to apply to. Next question, once I find the freelancers, what happens? Super simple. You just give them the video topic, and then all they have to do is create the video and the thumbnail, and then they'll send it directly back to you via a Google Drive link. Next question, how does this work money-wise? Why do the freelancers say yes? Answer, you're just arbitraging quality talent from across the world, and most of them just wouldn't take the initiative to curate the videos themselves and run the business. They just want to work on their specialty for other people. Plus, the dollar amount that you're paying them is genuinely very good in their country. So it's a win-win on both sides, and when done correctly, you're basically a movie director. Except your movie nearly takes no work on your part, and it is a cash-flowing piece of digital real estate. And now that we got your videos created in step number 2, step number 3 is to upload and monetize and collect your first $5,000 from YouTube ad revenue. When it comes to actually posting and monetizing the videos, here's what actually goes into it. Number 1, you make a title and description for your video. And as you can see, I just made top 5 traveling places in Europe. Quite simple. Step number 2 is to turn on monetization by just clicking on that button right over there. And then boom, you'd be able to place ads within your videos. Now step number 3 is to click on the publish button, and that is it. So now you're probably wondering, what gives my videos the best odds of going viral? Like, how do I make real money within this game? Let me give you some pointers. First off, the niche has to be in an upcoming or stable trend and not one that is trending downwards. Next, you need to optimize the video packaging quality versus the video quality. The thumbnail and the title do a lot of the heavy lifting, and also Google and YouTube will be pushing out the videos that are the most relevant to the viewers. And your thumbnail and your title is what sells that click. So when it comes to the video itself, the hook, which is the first intro, is actually the most crucial, because typically when someone watches the first 30 to 60 seconds of the video intro, they will have a very high likelihood of watching the entire video. And that is how you make a ton of money. So just make your first 30 to 60 seconds of your video super engaging and you'll be in a good spot. So to recap, here are the 3 steps again. Step number 1 is to find a money printing niche for your first test of videos. Step number 2 is to use contractor arbitrage to produce your videos in record time with barely any risk. And step number 3 is to upload and monetize and make your first $5,000 off of YouTube. Honestly, this stuff is not rocket science. And even if there are some confusion right now, once you hit that first $5,000 month off of YouTube, you've already gotten through the hardest part, and scaling from there should be effortless. It may sound daunting to start a new business from scratch, especially something that's somewhat techie like this. But rest assured, that is exactly why this is such a good opportunity, because so much people are scared to try. And I want to remind you, it could be on the other side of the 90 days of consistent work. A sustainable and predictable business that will be around for as long as YouTube itself is. A stream of income that will allow you to be your own boss from anywhere in the world, and a business that allows you to delegate 95% of the work, and over time, you just have to manage it. And most importantly, financial freedom just like this. Cool, so you ready to go out there and try this on your own? Odds are you still have some areas that seem a bit fuzzy when it comes to how this stuff works. And guess what? I was the same way when I started. The only reason why I was able to success so quickly was because I had someone guiding me. Because I struggled from the same dilemmas that most beginners do as well. I wasn't being consistent enough with posting videos. When I did post, I did not understand why my videos were not performing. I didn't understand how to literally hack the YouTube algorithm and nearly guarantee virality. I didn't understand how to increase my RPM and make more money from my already existing videos. I didn't understand the specific metrics that I had to shoot for in order to have my channel grow and not die out. And essentially, I didn't know what I didn't know, basically. Because I have never done it before. If you're trying to learn how to swim, would you just binge watch swimming tutorials? Sure, you could do it that way. Or you could pay a professional swimming coach for 90 days and then probably make 12 months worth of progress in that 90 days. And the same applies with any other skill, including Evergreen YouTube Automation. Listen, this business model is simple, but that doesn't mean that there aren't mistakes to be made. After making those mistakes firsthand, I now understand how to get around all of them and expedite your path to success. And that's exactly what we offer you inside of Search Accelerator. I created Search Accelerator because I understood this one simple truth. Seeing success with Evergreen YouTube Automation is a piece of cake, as long as you have the right roadmap to follow. But unfortunately, 95% of the roadmaps on the market teach outdated cookie cutter methods. So I basically said, let me do this myself. And this is what it has created so far. As you can see, every one of my clients over here joined within the first month. And Hunter, 10x his views. Caleb doubles his views overnight. And Tegan, after 2 weeks of posting, hit over 7,000 views on long-form YouTube videos and is projected to hit $100 a day by the end of the year. Gabriel joined not even a month ago and his channel has 20,000 views per 48 hours. And Marco is projected to get nice 1,000 euro payments in September. So if you made it to this point in the video, you are clearly not just a window shopper. You are an action taker. And that's exactly who Search Accelerator is meant for. If you're ready to expedite your path to success with Evergreen YouTube Automation, instead of going through months of trial and error on your own, all I need you to do is take the next 60 seconds to fill out this application below. And if you're deemed a good fit for Search Accelerator, you will get access to all of the following: 30 plus video lessons, 4 coaching calls every single week, a private network of highly driven, like-minded individuals, a channel that is already pre-monetized, which includes 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So you yourself do not have to get those requirements yourself, and more exclusive features and support. More importantly, this is what you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how to start from zero with no subscribers and no previous experience, how to find the most profitable niches and video topics, how to increase your RPM, which is how much you get paid per 1,000 views, by 4 to 5 times, how to automate 90 to 95% of the work by building a team of freelancers. Plus, bonus number 1, how to beat market saturation on YouTube. Bonus number 2, how to create the videos and the thumbnails yourself for $0. Bonus number 3, you get direct access to my proven blueprints, which I personally use myself. And bonus number 4, how to hire good quality freelancers at the lowest rates for less than $5 per video. Furthermore, here's what the next 90 days will look like for you and I. So our roadmap together is that you're gonna get access to a pre-monetized YouTube channel. You're gonna have a one-on-one strategy call with me personally or my head coach. And then you can get your first 5 topics reviewed by me personally. You can get direct access to me and have group calls together every single week. And then we're gonna together build you towards 5K a month and more. So if that sounds like a plan to you, then click the link below and apply. If you're still skeptical, I wanna share my story. As you can see in this picture, I was just a little kid trying to stand for 1 hour for a video, trying to go viral. And all I ever wanted was to make my parents proud and eventually retire them. I personally started with nothing but a $200 Android phone. Basically, my point here is that if I can do it, then you can too. But more importantly, if I had access to all the training, the accountability, and the support that we offer inside of Search Accelerator, I probably would have gotten here in half the time. Ultimately, I know that's what you want as well. You don't want to grind it out and struggle for the next 3 years if it could take you only 3 months. And that's why having access to direct coaching like this is a luxury. I went through all of the headaches, mistakes, and anxiety all for you. So that way you can just follow my lead and fast track your pace to success. Again, I just want to reiterate this one point. This is an opportunity that barely anyone even knows exists. And for maybe the first time within your life, you are exceptionally early to a massive opportunity. And who knows when you would have this kind of opportunity handed over to you on a silver platter again. So do not fumble it. If you want to make your success with this business inevitable, you'd be doing yourself a disservice by not at least applying to Search Accelerator and giving yourself a chance to see massive success with us. And if you want to make your success with this business inevitable, then click the link below, and I look forward to speaking with you inside of the program very soon.